Hello, friends. Well, guess what I did today? I washed my windows, not all of them, but I washed my windows on the second floor from the outside, balancing a ladder, and it's a good job, as you probably know if you have that in your home. And it's not that I want to talk about my house chores to you today. But cleaning the windows, I just think it's just such a great metaphor of what I've been talking about here lately. The one about clear the smear. That was a good one to really realize what it is that's on our windshields, and that is preventing us from seeing what is actually here. It's blurring the view. And as I was cleaning the windows and then I went inside and looked from the inside out, it was like amazing. And I have to admit, I don't do them very often. I kind of am one of those, I don't do windows, but something in me just like, it's going to be today. I got my letter out and climbed up. And anyway, it's amazing to look out now. And you know how it feels, right? Clean windows. Oh, so let's talk about our inner window or the windows covering our physical vision or our inner vision. It's kind of the same thing. So let's talk a little more about that. Here it is. What is this smear? Well, I would say that fear is the smear. So now we have another one that rhymes. That's kind of nice if you have that in the back of your mind. It's easier to remember it. So fear is the smear, and fear is what is covering your vision. It's not only covering it, it is preventing you from following your vision in here. So it's more than fear. It basically stops you from living the life that you long for, that you came here for, because there's all these smears. So we can also say there's all these slides in the projector that look very scary and very believable. And that, of course, is why many of us are not really doing windows, not really cleaning our windshield, so we can get in touch with our vision, what we love to do. Fear is stopping us from clearing the smear. So if there is fear, you won't clear the smear. Can you remember that? If if there is fear, you won't clear the smear. You will be hiding behind the smear of fear. And fear is something that freezes us, right? Well, there's fight, flight, and freeze. Of course, we do all of them with fear, but a very common one is that we freeze when it comes to an inner vision, an inner divine expression that we feel here. It's like, oh, it's alive in you. You can feel in your heart, like, oh wow, I really would love that, but I can't. But I'm not good enough. But nobody's gonna want me. But I'm not lovable. Smear upon smear, fear upon smear upon fear upon smear. Thick, thick layer in front of us. And it freezes us. You may look at your own life. You want to come up? Come. Yeah. Look at your own life and just see, is there something in you that is really alive when you just take a peek at it, if you dare? That's even that. Do we dare really feel and connect with something that's really important to us? If we do, and if we don't act on it, it's because there is a fear smear that we need to clear. I think by the end of this video, we may all go like, oh, that's a fear smear. I need to clear it. So we can get that more in our consciousness and in our way of dealing with fear. So remember, fear is the fuel of the matrix. Fear is what runs this planet. It's kind of a fear planet. I think I did a video on that, but it's also a love planet. So it depends on where do we put our attention. Do we go in here and see through the smear? Oh, there's another rhyme. Or do we go here and feel what it is that we long for? What is it that makes us feel alive? What is it that would make this world more engaging, more beautiful, more alive? What is it in you? What is it that you feel you could contribute to make that vision in your heart come forth, come true? And then learning that whatever is stopping us is the matrix. And when there is fear, we feed the matrix if we buy into it. Is that what you want? Oh, no, it's not. Well, what do you want? Would you like to be able to really connect with what you want and not be stopped by the fear smear that you need to clear? Here, would you rather go here? And if you do, what is stopping you from moving forward with it? What is this smear that gets you every single time? Some of them go really deep. There can be these ancestral lineages that have been passing on this specific flavor of fear, maybe, or flavor of something else, guilt, anger, whatever it is that has stopped us from moving forward. And it's always a good reminder, it certainly is for me, that this energy that's been passed down to us from our lineage, from our family lineage or cultural lineage, that is not who we are. We can put down that burden. It's like see through the smear. But if somebody comes and tell you, oh no, that smear, oh, that's not yours. And you go, really? But everything I see is totally personal. I can give you a lot of proof that it's me. You know, this happened and this happened. And this other person says, no, 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 no. That's not yours. That was your whole all your ancestors that kept passing that down to the next. So it was passed down to you. But it's not personal. It's not yours. It wasn't even your fathers or mothers or grandfathers and great. It wasn't even theirs. But because they had that same belief that you do, they just passed it on as if this is just how it is. But you don't need to do that anymore. It's okay to put down that burden now and start getting curious about what life is like without that burden, There might be other ones, and there probably are. But whatever the one specifically is that may stop you because of fear, to start expressing more, to bring more more life, more beauty, more love, more peace, more oneness to this earth, to this world, what is that that's stopping you? I would say, I do believe that the way things are in the world, we need to bring it out. We need to bring it out. And yes, it's scary. It is, especially in the beginning. But the more you do it, this fear, this fear, as that is being transformed, then the vision gets so much more clear, and that gives you energy to keep going, to feel excited about it, to start feeling what can be done without that smear. So I very much invite you to clean your windows. That's certainly up to you, but it is a nice metaphor actually, if you're up for it, or maybe just one window, and just look through it and just see what a difference that makes and how much better the view is. And it will be the same with that smear that we look through. Once it gets less, or maybe all the way gone, you will feel so good inside. You'll have energy, you feel alive. You want to share what's inside of you because that thing is not stopping you. And if it's true that it was an ancestral thing, for many good reasons, all the things we went through, they went through, that that gave them reasons to not do it again. Let's say your family has been, there's been pioneers, and a pioneer always has to break through limitations. That's what we're doing here now too. And they may have succeeded and they may have failed. There might be some beliefs like, well, I'm not going to do that again because that was hard. I even got killed for doing it, or whatever. That's in everybody's lineage. And it's just trickling down. And now we believe it's ours. But we're in a very, very different time right now. So all that stuff, forget it. It's easier said than done, I know, but still, just look at it. It's like, oh, that's because that's what they went through. But I'm going through something else right now, and there's a lot of us. I'm not alone this time. It's not like I can't relate to anybody because, I'm just so different. That's how it was even 5 or 10 years ago. Yes. But now, are you kidding me? So many people are beginning to wake up to what's going on in the world and what's going on inside of us, what it is that wants to take birth through us and as us. And that's what we need to make ourselves available for. And we can. We can. We can. So the fear is the smear. So it is always fear that we need to face in ourselves. And knowing that that fear is the fuel of the matrix, but it's also the fuel for the matrix. It's what the matrix needs to stay alive. So first it feeds us situations that bring fear up in us. And then when we buy in, excuse me, when we buy into the fear, we're literally feeding it back to the matrix, and then it gets stronger. So at some point, we all need to face the fear, and we can do that. You are welcome to reach out if you want my support in that. I love supporting everybody to find their true nature, their true longing, their true passion expression, and help soften all that stuff that's getting in the way. And the more of us do that, we bring in a new energy. And in that way, we do create a new earth. It's already here. How do I know that? Because I can feel it. And it's the same for you. It's because you long for it, maybe more than ever. is because it's available for us. So that's my invitation. And now I'm going to go upstairs and look through my beautiful, clean windows and just enjoy how lovely it is to have a clear vision. All right, my friends, I will see you soon.